UFC 308 takes place next week at Abu Dhabi, and what a tremendous card this is. We got Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway, Robert Whittaker versus Hamza Chimaev, Magomed Ankalaev versus Rakic. This is an incredible fight card. Cyril Gahn versus Alexander Volkov was unfortunately removed from this fight card, but let's start with the main event. Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. I have Ilia Topuria winning this fight. I think that Ilia is more powerful than Max. I think that he also probably has better wrestling, I would say. And Max being longer, he's probably going to be easier to be taken down, like Volkanovski did in the second fight. I think he's younger. He's more explosive. So I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria in this fight. Max Holloway defeated Justin Gaethje on his last fight, basically by using his range. But I don't think that that's going to work against Ilia. I think Ilia is going to be able to get on the inside at some point, and Ilia Topuria is going to win this fight. And the thing with Ilia is he can win the fight by knockout like he did against Bulk. He can win the fight by submission. He submitted Bryce Mitchell, and I believe he probably has other submissions under his belt. And he can win the fight by decision. He fought against Josh Emmett. I believe that was a 5-round fight. So his cardio is going to be there. He trained 5 rounds for Bulk. So I think Ilia can win this fight almost any way. However, I would lean towards decision or submission. I don't think he's going to knock Max out. I think that Max chin is absolutely legendary, and I do not think that he's going to be able to knock out Max. He can knock him down. Gaethje knocked him down, but I do not think he's going to knock him out. Moving on to the co-main event, Robert Whittaker versus Hamza Chimaev. I'm going to go with Robert Whittaker. I'm going to go with Robert Whittaker by either decision or TKO finish. I think that Hamza gets tired in his fights. He's shown that already a couple of times. Against Kamaru Usman, he was not the same fighter in the second or third round than he was in the first round, where he dominated. He dominated the first round of the fight, which was a 10-8, or at least, no, I don't think they might not have scored it at 10-8, but at least they should have scored it at 10-8. It was definitely a 10-8 round. But then, in my opinion, he lost the next 2 rounds, and I believe that fight should have been a draw. And against Gilbert Burns, he also tired out in the latter rounds. So, I'm going to go with Robert Whittaker by decision. Robert has been looking incredible. He was able to finish his last opponent. And before that, he was able to also win his other fight against Paulo Costa by decision. So I'm going to lean on Robert Whittaker. Kamaru Usman did not have a full training camp for his fight against Hamzat, and he was moving up in weight, etc. So there were a lot of circumstances for that fight, and I still think that fight should have been a draw. So, I'm going to pick Robert Whittaker by decision, but he can TKO him as well. Now, Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. This is a must-win fight for Magomed Ankalaev, but also for Alexander Rakic. If Magomed loses, he loses his title opportunity, but it's really the same for Rakic. Rakic got TKO'd by Jiri on the last fight, And besides being TKO'd, he also lost his prior fight to John Blachowicz where his knee blew out. So it's a must win for both of these guys. And in my opinion, should Rakic win, he should get a title shot as well. Because Magomed's up there. I think he's number 2 in the rankings. So, a win over him should definitely give Rakic a title shot. But I'm going to go with Magomed Ankalaev. I think he outpoints Rakic. If he can also take him down and ground and pound TKO. So I'm going to go with Magomed Ankalaev on that one by decision. This is an exciting fight card, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Like and subscribe. And I'm sorry for the little more on the background.